episode is brought to you by GameFound. Create a free pledge manager for your project.
And that's why it's trash. Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
And I'm Mike Delisio. Hello.
Welcome to Crowdsurfing, where we take a look at projects on Kickstarter and GameFound, although I think today is all Kickstarter.
I believe so.
And that are ending in the next, normally we say week or so, but now it's 2 weeks.
What?
This
I know!
is a double Crowdsurfing episode.
2.4.
No, we're not doing 2.4. I'm done with 2.4.
That was garbage.
You don't know if you're done with 2.4.
You robbed him of his one cash.
That's right.
Next time it's going to be 2.44.
I had one thing taken from me. Cruel.
It was sad.
It was.
All right. Well, anyway, so we're just taking a look at these. If we don't mention it today, we might have mentioned it last week,
right.
Or we might mention it in the next episode, although we are covering a good chunk of everything.
We are.
Since most Kickstarter projects aren't that long these days. They're tending to be shorter.
It seems that's the case, doesn't it? It does seem like we're having more short-term projects lately.
I think the whole running for 2 months thing, it just languishes there. In the middle is real
right.
doughy and soft.
Here's the thing is that you can still run your Kickstarter for 4 months. You
Sure.
just run
just the
Kickstarter,
pledge manager.
and then the pledge manager runs
Right.
forever.
Right.
Correct. That's true.
So, alrighty, so we're just going to jump in and talk about them. Here we go. The Zorro dice game, Stunts and Allies. Now, the Zorro dice game, we originally got. I have not had the pleasure of playing it. Mike has, though.
I played the solo version of the game.
And
Okay.
I gave it a 3. I gave it a 3 out of 10.
that's like a 1 for me.
Yeah, I basically, I came up with the term, I think I came up with the term, if I've heard this before, I don't remember it, of basically roll and hope. To me, this game felt like you've got these cards in front of you, you roll dice Yahtzee style, and you hope that they match the symbols on the card.
Okay.
I did not find any game here. However, it has some fans for sure, because there was some pushback on my review. Some people came out and said that they had a better experience. And I can, again, want to reiterate, I only played the solo version. Maybe multiplayer has more going on, but the base game of the Zorro dice game was a very light game. You know, it has...
Well, that might be what they're going for, too.
Yeah, I think it is. And you know, the art's going to appeal and the IP is going to appeal to some people. It did not work for me as a solo game at all. Yeah.
I do like the Zorro theme.
Do you?
I really do.
I love Zorro. I don't know that I like this. I don't know why I don't like this artwork, because I usually like cartoony artwork.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this look. You don't like this look?
I'm not loving it, but I don't know why. I don't have a good reason for it. It's not so much when it's by itself. It's stuff like this. When you put them all together, I'm kind of like, But who knows?
Yeah.
The game does not look tremendous. I have not played it. But I like the look. I like the theme. I'm just not sure this game is speaking to me because it looks like another roll and place or Yahtzee, roll and write, whatever. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. But I like the look.
Well, what are we feeling?
I'm feeling Deckchairs on the Titanic.
I'm feeling like I'm the king of the world is what I'm feeling like.
I'm feeling like this is a very strange setting for a game. The Titanic is sinking.
Yes.
And we are rearranging deck chairs on the deck
Correct.
moments before perishing.
Correct. While the ship
Well,
is
actually,
moving.
it's before. Again, I don't know why Titanic's involved here.
I'm not sure
Right,
either.
right.
Like, deck chairs is not a bad theme, and it's definitely a thing, right? I've
is.
definitely been in situations before where I'm like, I want that deck chair, but it's a piece of trash in the corner. I want to be in the sun or out of the sun or
Right,
whatever it is.
right.
You know, this is interesting. This in a very, very minor way reminds me of that game that came out a couple years ago. Didn't really do anything, a Queen game. I want to say Turn the Tide or something, where you had those beach chairs.
It wasn't Turn the Tide, but what was it called?
No, Turn the Tide is that card game, but you know what I mean. It's like,
Yeah, you had to put the beach chairs on the beach, and you didn't want to get too close because the water was coming up.
It's a positioning game, so this reminds me a little bit of that, actually.
I really like the look of this. The only thing I'm complaining about is the word Titanic.
Yeah.
It's a weird theme.
It is a weird theme,
I'm
yeah.
not certain what's going on there. I don't
High
like
tide.
that look.
Thank you, Nick. Yeah,
Like,
high
there's a
tide.
mermaid there.
Yeah.
You
And-
like the look of that board, though?
I do, actually.
No, those
I don't love the
planks, it's a
board,
little
no.
orange.
I want to say I thought that some of the character cards, were there character cards? Or am I getting it confused with another one this week? I don't know.
think there's character
Yeah, it
cards.
might be a different game I'm getting it confused
You are
with.
positioning your chairs. You are moving the iceberg on the deck.
Which is odd, yeah. Also, you can
and then
put...
at the end of the turn, based on the arrow and that arrow on a card, things will shift in that location. I guess it will simulate you hitting an iceberg.
Right.
I don't know. This is very small. This is quite a tiny production.
I'm definitely interested in the game.
Right.
I am not, so that's good. I'm glad you are.
It's also a colloquialism that people are saying in the live chat. This rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic is like, it's a phrase used for wasting time. Why are you wasting time rearranging deck chairs when we're about
I've never heard that
hit
saying.
I
have also not ever heard that saying.
This is just a play on that.
I know that you're pretending you have, but have you heard that saying?
I actually have heard that saying.
We're too young.
This is when the Titanic actually was still above water.
I got on the ship right before the Titanic, so I was good. But no, it's a phrase, it's a saying.
Before we go to our next Kickstarter project, let's talk about our own Kickstarter here, and we'll do a shout out to one of our backers.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Chase Macer.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You're confident?
I am.
Okay.
More than you.
I've got my glasses
Thank
right here.
you for backing our Kickstarter.
Thank you, Chase. Woo! That's right.
All right.
Where are your glasses?
Where are my... they're in the room.
You can use mine if you want.
ReRoll, North Kansas City Board Game Tavern. I'm always happy when these show up on Kickstarter, you know. I don't know.
And it's not just a bar, it's a tavern. I know you like that. Get your crunk on.
No, but I'm just. Where is this? Where did it say it was? Kansas City.
North Kansas City. Yes. Yeah. Look, if you can make this business successful, that's great because obviously
it's a tough
thing to do. It's
right
two
now,
tough
good
businesses
luck with that right now.
coming together. But they were only asking for $9,000, so I'm not exactly sure even what the money was. I didn't look into it enough.
They already
were
making building. They already were in the space.
Right.
They've got someone in that space already constructing or figuring it out. So this was a little boost. This felt like a little extra to get us past the finish line.
And they very much did. They've crushed their funding already. So that's good. Good for them.
Really. They have some big funding things here for, you get a membership and a 1-year membership. That's not bad. $200 a year to go play somewhere the whole time.
Yeah, it's a neat idea.
Should we be charging memberships to come here?
Yeah.
We're not?
Make them retroactive, too.
I must have been my personal PayPal. I thought it was going to the Dicebound account, Tom. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I hope this succeeds and does well. And if we're ever in Kansas City, we'll swing through it.
That would be awesome.
Just to be clear, I don't know when we'll be in Kansas City.
Yeah.
But
and you better get a membership. You can't just walk in there.
You can't
think you are.
That's right, Tom.
I would pay. I would give them I'd pull my money out of my Canister of Holding.
Oh!
Excuse me 1 second. I have a roll of 20s in here.
D20s.
This always reminds me of that Dilbert comic where he kept his clothes in a Pringles can. It's one of the old ones.
I never saw that one.
He was like, I've invented a new way to store clothes. They fit in Pringles can. They look like just covered with wrinkles.
Oh,
no,
wrinkles.
It looks like they're
grease would have been better. I'm doing that cartoon tomorrow.
You can't show grease in a cartoon very well.
Sure you can. Can't you? No, maybe not in a black and white cartoon, no.
Anyway,
they're both so old.
This is ridiculous. I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
No, this is ridiculous.
There are so many ways to carry dice.
So weird. I love
boxes.
I feel like we're on the joke things at the end. This is just like, who's going to really want this?
I'll tell you who. Cosplayers and people who like to dress up in the whole steampunk thing.
You think this is a steampunk thing?
Is this a necklace?
It looks like a steampunk thing. Look, I would rock this if I was dressed up with the hat with the gears and the monocle and the cool outfit, right? I would have one of these around my neck. This fits perfectly.
I could see that.
I don't know how many times I said the word patina in this,
There's a lot of
video.
patina.
And,
this is
absolutely, I would wear this.
Heavy patina project. Yeah,
I like it. I like it for that. I think it's a weird thing, yes.
Right. But that's a good point. I didn't think about the steampunk angle. I could see that.
Yeah.
That's right. If you want to have if you're going to be doing the plague doctor mask, this would be a good accessory for that.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Let me dip my beak into my Canister of Holding and poke a die out.
Oh, it'd be like the little bird that does a
Yes. Do we know why those masks had the weird face?
You'd put like herbs and stuff in there. That was supposed to be what kept the disease.
Because I was a history teacher and got a history answer.
we go.
right.
Learning.
It's fundamental.
We also like to thank Allison Barnack.
Yay, Allison Barnack!
Your eyesight's
Thank
getting
you.
better.
Bannack.
Thank you,
Oh,
Allison.
never mind. I take
See?
everything I said back.
It's a
Allison
complete
Bannack.
catastrophe.
for
I'm so
supporting
sorry.
us.
Thank you, Allison.
All right, now let's take a look at Excavation Earth. It belongs in a museum. So I got two things I want to say here. First of all, I don't like Excavation Earth, but Mike does.
I do like it.
All right, that's great. So,
Second
yay. But I got annoyed about this.
You
season.
got annoyed.
But it wasn't because, it's because the game released with an expansion.
It did.
It just came out a couple months ago.
Yes.
And there's already another expansion. This is a deep, heavy-ish game.
It is. It's yeah, for sure. Heavy medium.
With an expansion. It's not more player. I don't understand why there's so many expansions for games so fast.
Yeah, it's
Like
look,
this.
I get
It's not
that.
it's not a dungeon crawl with more characters or, you know, Ankh with more god powers. It's just
Yeah, although again, it's
Also, I didn't like the game, so
It's
there's
changing
that.
up the scoring and things along those lines. It's also adding. There you go. Look at that.
a quote.
Look, Tom, this feels a pretty unique niche in my solo collection as an economic market manipulation game. There are not a lot of those
quotes are better than mine.
solo market
If it was
manipulation
my quote, I'd
games.
been like, this was good.
And you would mess it up.
I had fun.
And you would mess up reading it back to yourself. too.
Shut up, man.
This is good.
Yes. No, look, I understand what you're saying, just on a general principle level that, yeah, the game did, it was not long ago that it got fulfilled, and so maybe it might be a little soon. But look, this is a Kickstarter thing. This is not going to be showing up for another probably close to a year.
I guess that's true.
And
There's
so,
that.
you know, June of 2022. So if you have gotten enough gameplay out of it and you want some more to spruce it up, then yeah, this adds, you know,
Yes,
like
but
a
here's
new
my
market
concern
board.
with this.
Okay.
Yes, there's an expansion designed. Based on what feedback? You know what I mean?
Sure.
The expansion
sure.
is being based on, oh, people play this and they wish there was more of this and that. The game hasn't been out that long.
I get that.
Yeah,
They
I
could
see
also just not be taking feedback and have had an expansion ready to go.
That's
Right.
true.
Yeah. I like
To
the
me,
game.
I have
like
not
it.
played.
I feel really, really confident you would not like this.
Well, you've played and didn't like it, right? So much.
Yeah.
It's a
You
lot
liked
of it's
it.
a lot of work to sell something.
My concern is that you've had issues with games that feel procedural in the past.
Yeah, I
This
guess
very
so.
much has a procedural feel to it.
It looks that way.
Yeah.
And it looks like
The theme is cool. It looks
I
cool.
love the theme.
I liked the illustrations.
Yeah, I love the art.
I'm not sure I like the theme, actually.
The theme, yeah, you know, it's
Because you're
basically
sort of selling space trinkets, or I'm not sure
No,
what's
it's the
going
opposite.
on.
The
It's an
idea-
economic game.
right. The
For
art-
I'm
sure.
out. Done. That's
Yes.
it.
Okay.
Full stop.
Oh.
I hate economic
It's
games.
very much an economic game. Yeah, the theme is that everyone on Earth has died off. Different
I like
alien
it. I'm back in.
Yeah,
Okay.
different alien races come to the Earth to find what we left behind because now they're considered to be objects of art, right?
Okay, what do they find?
Let's not get into
we gotta
that.
leave. Yeah, well, some of the expansion stuff we wouldn't discuss, but usually, it's, you know, just like stuff.
I'm back in. No,
There you go. Yeah,
I
yeah.
just.
It has a really
didn't
funky
look-
economic system.
Yeah.
You have to move your sellers to different markets on Earth and try to sell the same thing in different places at the same time.
You get a bonus for doing that.
well,
yes.
Okay.
you'll lose if you're not getting
Yeah,
these
Yeah,
bonuses.
you got to do that. So there's there's placement and spatial
It
elements.
looks like a heady game
It
with a
is.
lot of, again, economics at play. Doesn't sound like something I would like.
Yeah.
I like, again, the thematic trappings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I like the theme, because the theme is selling stuff, and
Yeah.
I don't think I like
Of course, the only people backing this are people who already know they like the game
of
anyway.
course.
also
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's correct.
Also, I do like the name of it.
Yeah, I do too.
It belongs in a museum. Almanac, Crystal Peaks.
Now, how long has this game been out, Tom?
It's been out for a while.
With Colossal, I don't know.
Okay.
That's
I thought
serious
that this
true.
hasn't been out that long, so I was saying this seems almost similar.
Well, I reviewed this last year.
Okay.
It's been
I
a
also
while.
did not
Has
refresh
it?
this page.
I think
I'm
so.
seeing.
I think it's been long enough where I had
we
a
go.
copy of the game and got rid of it. So.
Okay. I have not played this. This is the one that's kind of slipped through the cracks for me because
It's a
I've been
worker-
interested in it.
Yeah, it's a worker placement game in which you go through a book
Yes.
and you basically the worker placement is the same thing, but they add a wrinkle rule on each one. Hey,
Okay.
here are columns and rows count. Here you're trying to get area majority. Whatever it is, they'll make up some
Right.
weird rule, and you don't see every page in the book. So
Okay.
you see, I think
Like
half
at the
of
end
them.
of a map, it says like you can go this way in your journey or go that way, and you flip to that page.
Right.
So you basically see about half the pages. And this is another trek.
Yeah, okay.
I like the idea of Caravan more than I really like the game, but I think I'm in the minority. It's a solid worker placement game. My issue here is this, while it is combinable with the original, you can mix things. Mm-hmm. At first blush, it seems like basically more of the same.
Okay.
I agree on that, which I'm not upset about, although I wouldn't have been upset if they had just released another book expansion.
Yeah.
That's
that
all
would
you
have been
need.
nice.
Maybe a deck of cards and a book for the first one. The fact that you can combine them has no interest to me because the game to me is the right. I like the game. I think it's the right length.
Okay.
I don't want to play a double game or a bigger game. I want to play that game.
Yeah.
Now I would still back this because I would want to play different maps.
Okay.
I am concerned. It's doing okay, and the first one didn't do that great either. I think part of it is I don't think this cover does the game any favors.
It does not.
It doesn't tell you anything about the game. The game is really, these pages are really colorful. There's all kinds of stuff going on in these pages, but you don't get that from the cover.
You do not. No, you're right. It's a cover that actually actively works against the game, I think.
I don't think I have these upgraded tokens.
Upgraded tokens, Tom.
Time to get on that.
Yeah, I really want
So
those.
you're saying that the library copy does not, you need to get those upgraded tokens, Tom.
I'm not going to get them by the retreat.
That's true.
Well, you better figure out a way to get them by the retreat. Otherwise, library stays here. You're not going to put a subpar library at the retreat.
Collabescape, the replayable escape room board game. So
This artwork, I dislike slightly more than Almanac.
Yes, I do not like this.
I don't know why. This artist is a fine artist for sure. I just don't like it. And
Define fine.
I'm also concerned here that they're talking about escape room games as if you've never heard of one before. So the only reason, again, that's fine.
Sure.
But I worry that they're not trying to sell it to me.
I got that. Yeah, no, and I agree. They probably are not trying to sell it to you.
Right. I think, this is going for a different audience.
This is going to be a hard call for me to tell me that this is an escape room that's replayable. Is it then just a deduction game?
Right.
That's the main intriguing point for me.
What else have they done? Have they done other escape room games? Oh, they did that escape room advent calendar. I remember talking about that.
Did you ever play it? Did you get it?
No, I always don't. I forgot to get it. Or maybe I did. I don't remember.
I like the idea of an escape room advent calendar.
No, that's
good
cool.
idea.
And this, on initial blush, when I heard about it, I thought, well, if it works, it's cool.
Right.
It's just hard for me. If it's replayable, then by nature it's really just a deduction game. Like what's the one that Corey Koneska just did?
The Initiative.
That's kind of a replayable escape room game in a sense.
It's not.
It's
There's
not
an
replayable,
answer.
though.
It's not replayable. There's a set answer.
Oh, that's true. There's a set answer.
Yeah. You
This
Okay.
one they're saying there is no set answer.
Right.
But
I
then it's a
assume they're saying
deduction
that.
game.
I don't know. I'm curious myself.
Yeah.
I suppose if they came out with a really clever system in which you put together two halves that make a puzzle,
Right.
then you still need to figure out what the answer is to that puzzle.
Right,
If that's
exactly.
what's in there, that's very cool. I don't know if that's in there because it's not
Right.
really explained that
Right.
well, or at least I didn't find that. I still don't like the look,
I don't either, but
I hope it's clever and original.
yeah, if the puzzles are built around things that are a little more abstracted, that could be randomized, like letters and numbers, you can technically replay those over and over again,
Like you have to break the code on the
That
lock.
type of a thing,
And
yeah.
the lock code changes from game to
Right.
game. That could work.
Sure.
I'm also worried about their make it bigger, everything in one larger box, converting the board mats into cardboard.
Oh.
Yeah, I want them to be cardboard right now.
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, it might work.
Good.
Dragonbond, Lords of Vaala. So I went to back this.
Is it Vaala or Vaala?
Who cares? When
You know what's funny? The name for this world is not Vaala. It's Valora or something like that.
Okay.
And then in Almanac, I watch these videos back to back. That world is called Valoria or something. And I was like, wait. I went back and watched it again. It's like Valera and Valoria.
And then there's also a Valeria.
Something like that. I might be mispronouncing them, but they're close. I'm like, enough with these made-up worlds and these goofy fantasy places.
So you
But
went to back
anyway.
this.
I went to back it, then I pulled out.
Okay.
And that's because I looked at it and I was like,
Yeah.
all right, this looks like a cool game, and it does.
Sure.
It looks like a kind of a miniatures game, but fairly pulled back.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of many different
it's a
special
macro.
abilities.
Yeah.
It's from Draco Studios, and they make a lot of miniatures.
Okay.
And then that's the problem. I came down here, I was like, oh, there's STL PDF. Where's the stuff they made? And every single one says, where is it?
Psych.
No, it says here, includes 2 new factions, blah, 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 and all miniatures supplied pre-assembled.
Okay.
Every single one of these says miniatures are pre-assembled, and I'm out. I want my miniatures assembled.
Wait, doesn't that mean it is
Pre-assembled
assembled?
means assembled.
It means they are assembled.
Boy, now I
basically.
feel like a moron.
Well, but that's an odd way to put it. It should just say assembled. Pre-assembled is
No,
redundant.
pre-assembled is...
is redundant.
Oh, wait. What does that mean? Because I thought it meant
They have
before...
been previously assembled for you.
Right.
Are you sure that doesn't mean it's before they've been assembled?
Unless they changed English since I learned it in the middle 90s. Yes.
I will tell you that
I quit. I can't deal with this. Excuse me.
I don't blame your
No,
confusion, Tom.
Pre means before.
Yeah.
That's-
I don't blame your confusion because I think this is redundant. I think you should just say they're assembled or they're unassembled, not pre-assembled.
They come assembled for you. They're
Yeah.
pre-assembled.
I just say all miniatures come assembled.
Well, you're pre-wrong.
I'm pretty sure I'm not. Yeah, I don't know.
okay, then I take back what I said.
You're
I'm
back in.
Back
Yeah.
in. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
I still think that's a legitimate thing here.
Vaala! All right.
Pre-assembled. Because if I say something pre-assembly, it's not built yet.
No.
Leave the gun. Take the dragon.
No, pre-assembly means before assembly. I know it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does. Like something pre-assembled is assembled now.
It's assembled
is-
before you get it.
They're
I
saying,
get it.
everyone here is saying pre-assembled is the correct term, but I don't know. That just seems very...
No, I get it. I'm not trying to fight against the world here. I'm not.
That's messed up.
Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, it looks cool. So back to the game. I do wonder, though, it's made by a miniature company.
It is,
So
yeah.
then it's probably geared towards miniature players.
Right.
Right.
But it still looks interesting. We'll know when we get our copy.
That's correct. Is it pre-funding or...
Shut up.
Okay.
Whew. Let's go to another backer.
Oh, here we go.
I'd like you to address... Oh, yes. Jean-Baptiste Grosselin, thank you. He says, hello to everybody from France and happy gaming.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Jean-Baptiste, thank you very much.
Jean-Baptiste.
Very much.
All right.
This one had the best video of the week.
Oh,
for
this is
sure.
good.
You
This
don't
is
want to
good.
play audio on it.
Got it.
Copyright strike. Dun, 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 dun.
And
That's it.
and then it just ends. Like Mike and I were laughing because we were like, when they finally like do the pan,
Yeah.
title comes up,
Right.
they just cut it. It's like, did
You
you
don't
guys
get to
not
see
have
the
the
cards.
rights?
You
Did
always
you
gotta
guys
leave-
not have the rights to play that music and
Yeah.
cut it quickly?
You gotta leave the people wanting more. Is
Right.
Anyhow, this is our playing card project for the week.
Yes.
I like the box a lot.
I think the
I
cards,
really like that
I think the
box.
cards are very nice
It's
too.
a nice
actually.
collector's box. It's not a great storage box, obviously.
Right.
Sure.
The
But
deck has holes in it. I mean, the box has a
I'm
bunch
trying
of
to
holes
guess
in
now
it.
ahead of time if Z will like these or not.
Okay.
And I thought you would because you like the custom pips, and I thought you would. I don't know if you like those aces, but I really do.
Okay.
I guess it matters if you like guns or not.
It does, I suppose. Yeah, I think
I really
those
like
are nice
those.
looking
Oh.
cards. I think those are classy.
And I think those look great.
I wonder, do you think that they're inconsistent looking? Because those don't look anything like those to me.
No, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay,
Now,
so
which
he
of the two
loves
decks do
it.
I like better, Tom? Go back up and look at the
here
two
we
card
go.
backs.
Here we go.
That one or that one?
I think I know.
I don't know which one you like better, but I think I would pick the black one actually.
I think you like the other one.
That other one, copper, the copper reddish golden thing. It
Yeah.
fits the vibe of
Yeah.
the Old West.
Right.
Yes, come on. The other one is for suckers.
You still didn't tell me if you like the cards or
I
not.
like the cards. I think they're
Okay.
nice. I like the custom pips are very nice. The court cards are good. I don't think they're slam dunks. I think they're good.
Really? That's the kind of... I like that they have the...
Very angular.
Everything's at all four corners, too, which I like a lot.
That is, yeah.
Do you like the Jokers?
The Jokers with the... Yeah, they're fine. It's like two guys having a duel, right? Or back-to-back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine. They're okay.
How many games are Jokers even used in? It's not that many.
They're just there.
But I do like that deck. I think it's a good deck. It is from a first-time creator.
Well, he says he reviews playing cards on YouTube. So you better have a good set then.
There's some very interesting custom add-ons that are done by other people, like custom pens and custom die-cut deck things like art that I thought were interesting because they really have nothing to do other than theme-wise with.
You don't have a whole lot to do that you can do for playing cards. Usually they come with a coin. They'll make a coin that you can use as a dealer chip. Or they'll do a sticker, or a box in which to keep the box of cards.
Right.
An uncut sheet, you can buy that. There's not normally a lot. The pens thing I haven't really seen.
Yeah. And then you got the gilded. You love gilded cards.
No. But this is a good-looking deck. I might consider backing this.
I do.
I might consider backing it. There's the coin.
There's the coin.
All right. Next we have Steve Jackson's Munchkin promo card and bookmark booklets.
This is such an interesting thing to me.
Well, because
it's actually not cards. They don't give you the cards. They give you pictures of the cards in a book.
Right.
That you could then use in the game.
But you don't have the cards.
Correct. You've got pictures of the cards in a book.
And are you supposed to
It says you use it and then you use the bookmark in the rules. It just gives you... It gives you rules to the game. These bookmarks have rules for the game. Now they're all in a book. That's all.
Okay. I mean, I'm not saying
them out of the book.
It says here that sometimes you might. If it does harm to the bookmark, use scratch paper instead.
Right.
And then you will check off one of the instruction boxes in the bottom of the page. When the boxes are all checked off, that bookmark may no longer be used. If you do, Steve Jackson himself will drive to your house.
Oh, no!
In one of those ogre mobiles and crush you.
That's one of those things where I'd be like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, no,
it's my game.
It's my game. I'll do what I want to. So anyway, this is obviously for...
It's making a ton of money for a book of pictures of cards for Munchkin promos.
But I think this is cool. People probably say, I want these promos.
Right.
All right, well, here they all are.
They're not.
And they did. I know, but they're letting you use the rules and stuff.
They are.
Without devaluing the promos themselves. Right. That's not a bad idea.
No, I guess so.
It's an interesting idea. I don't hate the idea. It's just odd. And they've got the huge D10 die. Look, Munchkin has a dedicated following, right? A very, very big fan following. And, I'm surprised they haven't done more of this type of stuff, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, they are making a lot of money on basically just a book of some rare cards and the die.
Yeah,
absolutely. Oh boy.
Oof.
D20 ornaments. Now, my question is, why is this not making more money? It feels like something people would back.
It feels like something people would buy on Etsy.
They look a little rough.
Yeah. They also...
I think this would do better on Etsy.
Not to mention,
this on Etsy.
He said he went to Target and found a ton of 20-sided ornaments for sale.
And he got it's a puffy glitter paint. And you know what I mean? Again, it looks very DIY, and that's okay.
Yeah, but running a Kickstarter is maybe not. You'd have to, because you have to have a concentrated amount of people who want this now.
Yes.
List it on Etsy.
This looks like an Etsy thing.
I would put this on my tree.
And then, once the holidays start to come around also, then you start getting those sales up. I agree. This doesn't seem like a good fit for Kickstarter. We often talk about things that are good fits.
Oh, you're right.
I think this is not.
You're right. This does make more sense on Etsy.
Yeah, for sure. I would say, the price is not outrageous. I don't know how much shipping is. I don't know how much shipping is, but $11 seems like a fair price for this, so that's not off. But yeah, it looks very Etsy, which is fine.
And it's also a little worrisome. It says November. You better get that on time. You can't have this. You can't be like, I'm sorry, these are delayed.
And I don't know how frail these things are. I don't know if I feel comfortable shipping shipping this to me.
These might be pre-crushed when you get them.
My wife and I were out shopping yesterday, and I picked up some glass ornaments, and I was like, just think. 2 or 3 more years and we can start buying these, because for 20 plus years You can't put glass ornaments on a tree with kids in the house.
Well, but you have a
They're
dog
gonna
now,
break.
Tom, so better add another 15
My dog
years
would
to
never.
that.
That dog ripped up her bed last. I'm so annoyed.
That dog is eating these ornaments, is all I'm saying.
Well, then maybe she'd. Never mind. All right. Turf war.
Turf war!
Do you want to start a turf war? Mm-hmm. I will say, though, that cover, I was like, what? And then I realized, oh.
Turf, grass.
It's actually turf.
Yeah.
It just.
It's silly,
What did
yeah,
you
sure.
think? I don't care.
Turf war's like two gangs fighting.
Yeah,
on
it's
the
like a
turf
gang war.
Oh.
Yeah. It's definitely a play on words, and it's clever enough. I don't love the box. I know that sounds really stupid, but I don't. If you're
It's
gonna
a
have
weird looking box.
It really
They even
is.
show you there that it's like, even in their picture, it doesn't close that well.
right,
It's like,
right.
what happened?
Right.
But it's got that sort of cartoony artwork that
Yeah.
looks like it jumped off of an app or something.
right.
It seems to be something of a take that game.
Sure.
You're putting out cards in front of you. You're populating locations. You'll mess with your opponents. You'll please your neighbors by putting out what they want to see. Seems fine. It seems
No,
like
it
an
seems all
all
right.
right, goofy filler. You know,
Yeah, I don't hate-
Christmas gift kind of game.
Yeah.
For dad or something. You know, it's got that feeling.
It's a dueling game, though, so take that as not a problem for me in
Sure.
a dueling game.
Right, because it's almost to be expected.
Yeah, I'm not loving the artwork a lot, but I think I might play it.
I would try it out, maybe.
Yeah, I do hate that box.
I don't
though.
like the box.
That box, I already can tell you right now that I'm going to get that box. I'm going to pull the cards out and
Right.
go, oh, I can't put all these cards back in.
Right.
See, the box looked a lot bigger at the top. I thought it
Oh
was
no,
like
it's a itty bitty. It's just little square cards.
Yeah, this is in my least favorite kind of boxes because you put them in and one card slides through,
Right.
or it pushes out, or that one card gets bent a little bit, and then you try to stick that flap in the top underneath the one thing, but between the first card. And sometimes it's between the first card and the second card,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, I hate it.
better than split the
How many
deck.
times has this happened to you?
No, come on. Split the
I don't
deck
know which
and
one.
put it away.
Oh, split the deck and then one of these boxes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nightmare.
Yes, that's the
Come
worst.
on.
No, we don't need that.
Why are avocados all? What happened to the other half of them?
Look, guacamole's got to go somewhere. Tom.
I know. I mean, if Feuding Foodies, fine. I just want to know what the guacamole is, where the other half of their body is, or if it's just because
It got whacked.
you won't recognize me.
Yeah, exactly. You won't know I'm an avocado if you see the entire thing.
Yeah.
That
is an
is-
avocado a fruit?
No, I don't.
It's a veggie,
It has a pit.
right? So therefore,
Who cares?
I'm actually curious about
Do you
that.
eat avocado ice cream?
I don't eat
Yes.
avocados that much at all,
do make
honestly.
that.
They
Yeah.
do.
Do you eat avocado
No,
ice
I
cream?
can't
barely eat
afford it.
avocados.
Then you know it's a vegetable. If you are willing to eat it as an ice cream, it's a fruit. That's the Tom Bassel rule.
I'm willing to eat ice cream that's avocado flavored.
I didn't ask you.
Jenny's
I was
ice
looking at
cream
him.
makes that, right?
I was
They
looking
might.
at him. Oh man, I want to buy Jenny's
I
ice
tell
cream.
you, that'd be
That's so
that would be
bad.
the most likely way I would eat
Here's my wallet.
avocado.
You
Would be
got
an
some
ice
nice
cream.
cake. Get yourself something
Anyway,
nice.
It's so rude.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't love this artwork.
No,
This is also super indie. It's like
Yeah.
3 friends who just graduated, I think, and wanted to put together a game. I think
Sure.
this is the one, right?
I believe so.
Sure.
And
like
so they
right
have this
here,
little video where they
I hate
talk
that
about,
card so much.
It's
you know, they
also
have a
a
little
fruit.
video about how they wanted to make this thing and share it with people. That's fine. Again,
Sure.
I respect more of that kind of story
Right.
than I do something that seems like you don't need Kickstarter and
Right.
yet you're there just to get people's money up front. They need this money.
Yeah, there's
probably,
nothing
you know what I mean?
cynical about this
No,
project.
right.
Yeah, it's
I don't think it looks. I don't like the artwork. I don't think
Right.
the game looks tremendous. But it's by these 3 young people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And,
on.
and again, this is kind of what Kickstarter was there
I'm just
for.
going to keep
you know?
watching this dance.
There you go, make
for
it
the
happen.
rest of this video.
That's the avocado dance right there.
I'm going to leave it there. All right.
That one is the pits. All right.
Cartouche.
Cartouche.
I'm actually surprised this one's not doing better.
too.
I'm
Because
very surprised by this one. There's a
Yeah.
few that are doing better than I thought, and this is one that's certainly doing worse than I expected at this
me
point.
too. Yeah,
I tend to like Bluebeard's games, even though
Okay.
they're usually lighter than average. They're what I would consider to be almost mass market in their way.
Sure.
But I've liked them. I like the company. We should point out here that the artist for this game is Tina Bongorno, who does all of the dice people for the Dice Tower.
Yeah.
I like that. I tend to like polyomino games.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this Egyptian theme on polyominoes I remember, I don't know where I saw this. It was pre-Kickstarter. I saw it somewhere, and I thought, I like this.
Yeah,
how
it reminds me a
looks.
little bit in feel of that. Another game that didn't really do a whole lot was the Scarabia, the Catala game.
Oh, I never played that one. Did you like it?
Doesn't it look like it has a similar feel with the Polyomino
It does,
Egyptian
yes,
feel?
yes, which is from Blue Orange and Catala, which is also similar to My City, I guess.
Sure, sure, that's true.
And maybe that's the thing. Maybe there's a lot of polyomino games.
There is.
And maybe that's why this isn't doing as well as I figured it would do, but it looks good. It looks fun. I like the drafting where you take a card or a tile.
Right.
You draft twice, then you place them on your board, try to fulfill certain things. Yeah, I like this theme also, but it looks good. It seems like a fun, quick playing game.
The price seems right.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
I'm
me
not
too.
sure why it's not doing better.
Me too. How many days are left, Tom? Let's see here. We've got 9 days. Yeah, I really hope this
I
makes
think
it
it will
fun.
I
make
think
it.
it will fun,
Yeah.
but I'm surprised.
But it might
hasn't
have a
done
better shelf life, too.
It's true.
This seems like the kind of game that you could set up at a convention and people would buy it.
Yeah.
I agree, yeah.
Take that, Towers!
Hey, at least they put it out there, right? They tell you what kind of game it is. I kind of like the graphic
I like.
design
I
of
was gonna
this
say
game.
the reason this is on here is solely because I like the way this game looks.
These cards
Really?
look really slick to me. Just the design. I like the art and the graphic design of them. I don't know if this game, if it says take that in it right away, I'm not so sure I'm going to be all that interested, but I really do like the look of the cards.
Okay.
Has that kind of
I like the cover. Art it looks
Deco
good.
almost.
You're right. I don't know that I'm going to like the game, but I like how it looks.
Yeah, I like the style.
Cool.
I don't know how to pronounce this. Roy?
Arydia.
Arydia.
Arydia?
The
That's
paths
not what
we
I said.
dare
I said
tread.
Arydia.
Arydia.
This is from the designer of Zaya.
Yes.
So,
Sia.
far off games. There's a bit of game in this box.
A little bit.
So this is his take on a fantasy world with a lot of stuff, an adventure
So
game.
much.
He's calling it a legacy game that doesn't have any parts you destroy, which is also known as a campaign game.
It very much
Don't
is.
call it a legacy if it's not. But anyway, I
Don't
like
call it a comeback either, okay?
I like Cody.
Been here
He's a
before.
great guy.
Been here for
This
years.
looks really fun.
Sure, it looks great. I mean, I'm.
Well, I mean, I would have made those look a little less cat-like, but
No, man.
But look, these are pre-painted
Memory.
minis. All of the minis in this game are pre-painted, which is pretty impressive. And it looks like there's a lot of them.
that's a lot of dice.
A lot of Dice Tower awards, right.
Zaya was a big game.
Yes, that was a big game. Look, the thing that I'm going to be interested in is that where is this going to slot with? There are some other games here recently that are kind of filling a similar space, right?
Yes, that's
Sleeping
true.
Gods and even things like Destinies, which is on a much smaller scale, but
Yeah, but you can't pop the heads off.
you cannot.
Of
That is true.
those.
No, look, I'm not saying this game is derivative in any way. I mean, obviously this looks like a fully fleshed out world, and obviously a lot of time has been put into this game, and I'm excited about it. But you've got Sleeping Gods, you've got that Lands of Galzir that we were looking at from the Dale of Merchants designer. There's a lot of these big narrative adventure games that are coming out, and there can't be room for all of them. Just which ones are going to make the cut.
Look at
you
that
know?
easy setup there. That makes me so happy.
You look for
Look
a
at
game
that.
like I'm going to say this for a game like this, if you can really come up with a slick, easy save system, that's going to be something. That's what I'm saying.
really good.
That's a huge,
I agree with
huge
that.
feature for me in a game like this.
Probably the feature.
Yeah, I agree.
At this point, because when Zaya came out, it was in a less crowded space.
Right.
Sci-fi.
Well, yeah, but there's
It also
There's
wasn't
still
doing the narrative thing.
Sci-fi sandbox
Right.
was not a particularly crowded genre.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like it's playing in a bigger field, and it's gonna, like you said, start bumping up into other games.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
Also-
if it can do slick things like put itself away,
Right.
say as a save state, and you can just boom, 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 I'm ready to go again. Nobody else is doing that.
Right.
The Sleeping Gods, not
yeah.
Forgotten Gods. Sleeping Gods couldn't do that.
No, it's true. It's true.
They tried, but it's
Right.
not the same. So,
Also, I don't appreciate the live chat calling out my lack of logic by pointing out that these are pre-painted minis, and that goes against everything I was saying about pre-assembled. Let's not get caught up in the details, chat.
So wait, so if they're pre-painted,
It means they're painted when you get them.
Will you knock off this? I'm sorry, I made a grammatical error. I'm
Anyway.
sorry. great.
This looks exciting.
I don't know why I'm getting ready to read it back.
This game
It's
does
all
look
your
exciting.
fault.
That's right.
I got
So
it.
you like this?
We
You're
know,
into it.
We know
you're
that this
excited.
would be Roy's pick of the week. Am I right, Roy?
Yes.
There you go.
Also, there is a lot of information on this page. Okay, so there's
Yes.
something down here, though, I want to point out. Blah, 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 blah,
The
blah.
risks.
This is
A
all
lot
cool,
of
okay?
blah.
I don't mean it. So look at shipping here. So someone emailed me and pointed this out.
Okay.
So for shipping here, they're giving a subsidy of $20.
Okay.
For, I'm not sure what they're like, okay, shipping, but the shipping they're charging you is freight plus last mile. So last mile is me to you. Freight is
Distribution.
China to me, or
Right.
wherever it comes from to me. I don't know that anyone charges freight right now.
You mean in their shipping for the project?
Right, because when you get your shipping cost,
Right, you're paying
it's
for
the
shipping
cost
from
of
the-
shipping from that company, wherever they're sending it from, QML,
Whoever's doing their
D6 distribution, to you.
Right.
Here they're charging for freight also, but then of course they take it off, so it doesn't really matter. In fact, in many places it's cheaper.
Right.
Maybe it
Is
just
this
looks better
I was gonna say,
for
is
them
this
to
about
put it on
transparency?
there.
Is this about saying, hey, look, this is kind of what's happening in
I
the
think
world
this
today?
is a
and-
future thing because
Right.
this happened on our Kickstarter.
Yes.
Where someone said something to the effect of, I said that shipping was $16,000, and people say, well, we paid for shipping. Yeah, you paid for the shipping from us to you.
Right.
That $16,000 for a few pallets sent to me was not shipping I was expecting to have to pay. I mean, I know I was going to pay some
But
shipping.
not that much.
I didn't think it would be $16,000.
Right.
So it's $20 per game essentially here. That's really expensive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see the way things go, if that stabilizes or not.
Right. This is also going to be a massive game that is going to be quite heavy, and so I would expect to pay a fair amount of shipping for it.
Right.
all right, Tantrum House. Hey, we're friends with them. They've been on Board Game Breakfast in the past, and they stopped for no reason at all. And someday they should come back.
That's right.
Bring us your magic tricks. Great group of people. They're having a Kickstarter for their season 7, and if you want promo cards, they got a lot of promo cards.
They do. Yeah, they seem like good folks, and it's always nice to see good folks in the industry doing their thing.
Yeah, I like those guys. And I like their videos. It's great stuff. So check them out.
Mm-hmm.
Support them. Get some promos. They got lots of good stuff,
They
too.
do. They got some
So-
promos I'm pretty interested in, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't get any.
I want them all.
Dad said no. All right.
Burn it.
Titans of Eden, a fast-paced deck-building card game. I'm still
I
confused.
almost stopped looking. I played the video, and like the 5th word out of the narrator's mouth was da-da-da-da, deck building. I almost was like, done.
Yeah.
I watched the rest of it,
You
and
have an irrational hatred towards deck building.
I'm sorry. It's the low-hanging fruit.
Those look like magic cards.
Not
Those
really.
look like
No.
How do those not look like magic cards, Tom?
Those look like magic cards, Tom.
I don't think so. But I don't
really-
think they look good. That's the thing. The artwork looks generic fantasy. It's not bad artwork. And
If someone put those in front of you and said, what game is this trying to emulate, what would you say? Magic, Roy whispers from behind the screen. It's magic
I
cards.
don't think it's emulating Magic. It's a deck builder. I don't know. I don't think it's emulating Magic. Look,
The style? Okay, we'll agree to disagree on that one.
no, I'm disagreeing with that too.
Yeah, you're wrong.
I'm pre-wrong.
You're pretty wrong.
Oh, you're proving. Okay.
Okay.
Dustbiters!
I was very surprised by this. I spent a lot of time looking at this one.
Yeah.
It's got Tim Schafer in the video. Tim Schafer is the guy who runs Double Fine Studios.
Oh.
And he's a great guy, very funny guy. I
okay.
believe he's a gamer. I think he actually follows the Dice Tower. So I was very surprised at first. I was like, okay, is this a
Don't
game
touch
that
it.
he was involved with? It's
Right,
not.
right.
He just did a video because he likes it, I guess.
Wow, okay. It's a
So
pretty
I
slick
really
video.
like the look.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
the video. I like the whole theme.
Mm-hmm.
And you're basically, it sort of seems like the guillotine game a little bit. Where
Okay.
every round, at the end of that round, the last car in the line gets swallowed up by the dust storm.
I actually really
Okay.
like that theme.
That's a cool theme,
I
right?
like it, yeah.
And so I read the rule book. It's a 2-player only thing.
You're
first
really
of
into
all.
this one.
I am.
He's all in.
It's only 21 cards, though. This is like a wallet game.
It's probably like a micro game. It's
How much does it
like
cost?
a love letter type.
It's a little much for
That's-
21 cards.
Wow, you're paying more than $1 per card.
$26, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's like,
shipping.
okay, I like the game, I like the look, it's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
It's also really soon, though. Look at the delivery estimate, assuming they
What do
stick
they
to
say?
that.
November. Oh.
Really?
It's like,
so
now,
these are made then.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm kind of tempted, because I really like that the illustrations, I think, are great.
Yeah,
I love their art style.
That's very oversaturated. It's got
Yeah.
the Wasteland Express vibe that I like a lot.
Yes, right.
I love that look. I know that it's a divisive look, but I love it. I love that very bright and
Witness me!
oversaturated look for
This'll
this
be-
theme.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah, it looks fun. I would want to try that out. I don't know if it's $26 worth of it. I want to try it out, but maybe.
A Kindly World. I almost said a
Card
kindly word.
Yeah, no, kindly work.
Card game. Collect items and create your own story in a dark, enchanting tale full of whimsical characters.
But this is one I feel like if you had a little bit more connection to the kind of cultural context behind it, it would mean a little more to you because it's based off of a manga, right? And I think it's from a relatively famous, or at least I don't know how famous it is, but a manga artist. And I'm just not really savvy with
I don't really
this
like this
topic.
because I think it's too little. I mean,
But again,
like the
I think
art.
that might be the
Like the art
aesthetic
is just.
that they're looking for.
I
mean,
don't like it.
Okay.
I think it's one of those where the pictures are basically abstracted enough where you can tell a story with them, right?
Right. Yeah.
There's been other games that do that where you have just enough of a suggestion to continue the story.
Right. I also think this is a game that's already been produced that they're now just making available to English-speaking audience.
Yes,
Okay.
that I got.
Yeah. So.
It's coming in February.
Yeah. No. I.
It's a cute look.
Yeah. I think that there are going to be a lot of people who are very excited about this.
Yeah, and this is such a unique project also. Like
know what? I'm coming around on the art here.
I could
Okay.
see people getting this as a gift for someone that they know is into manga.
Yeah.
You know what
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah.
Be like, hey, I got you something. It's a little game.
Right.
Yeah, and it made me think of you. Here's
Yeah,
a thing.
it's
It's like, oh, this
a
is
little
cute.
heirloom type of a thing.
It's a curio.
yeah. That's a good word. Curio.
Thank you. I come up with a
All
good
right.
word. I pre-thought of that one. In your face. In
I know
your
that
face.
when this video posts, there's gonna be a lot of comments about that. I got it. I'm just gonna write. I got
You
it.
sound preoccupied
I'm gonna
about it.
shout. I'm gonna shout at everything. I got it.
Prepare yourself, Tom.
Oh my word. Let's take a look at dice. And you know what? After this, we're taking a look at 10 more dice projects. That's to show you all.
There you go.
I'm going to say this, just because I won't have much else to say about this project because I don't care. I like how bold those numbers are.
I do
like
too.
I like how easy to read, and I like the font of those numbers.
Yeah, they're good. I like what they went with.
And that's all I got.
All right. I like the glitch ones. I think those look good, although I fear that they may be, well, and I know they're shining a light on them.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you know it.
I want to know what they look like without that light shown on them.
They
What's
look like
the
Rhapsody.
symbol? The 20 side. What is that? A little moon
Yeah.
with a star. Does it represent their company?
I'm guessing
It's
so.
a good question. I don't know.
I don't.
I hate those. I'm sorry. That like layers thing, like that blue and black one, the second one in title. I'm sorry. I really dislike that look.
I like layers, but I like them where
They have to be
serendipity
somewhat
here.
near each other.
These are good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
What
other
about-
ones are like two colors that shouldn't be combined.
What about the name
You said you were
Forbidden
done
Caramel?
talking.
Forbidden Caramel. What about that?
I like forbidden caramel as
As a concept?
a bait.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
it baits me. So it's a
These are too
forbidden
hard
fruit.
to read. Too hard to read. Glitch. I really like the glitch ones.
Those are not bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
they
look
look
cool.
straight toxic.
All right. Next, a maze-style dice box. I don't get this one, but I put it on anyway because I like
It's a
mazes.
box, I
Yes,
think, that
I
glows in the
believe-
dark.
Correct.
But it's a triangle box to hold dice.
Yeah, of course.
That's a bad box to hold dice.
Hey, man, it's better than a pipe on your neck, okay? Deal with it. That was what we had before.
That's
a
right.
pipe around your neck.
In my day,
You said you liked the pipe around your neck, and
if
you would
I'm
wear
going
it.
to cosplay as a steampunk monster or something.
When would you use this one?
If I'm cosplaying as a guy who actually enjoys D&D, which I don't.
No, I don't like. I don't like the triangle shape at all.
You don't like the
You're
shape.
losing those corners for sure.
for sure.
It's not.
It
Doesn't
has
look.
3 quarters.
I need one more.
That's right.
Okay.
I think rolling dice in that wouldn't work very well.
No.
So it's not.
Or is this supposed to be a dice tray as well?
Well, I'm assuming so.
I think they usually are kind of considered to be.
The only thing I like is the maze in the outside, which isn't even a maze.
No.
Because it's cut by the box.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. Yeah. This
I
is
love
a nice
mazes. If anyone has a
woodworking.
maze book, send me one of them.
This is a nice woodworking project, but yeah. I mean, I have no need for this also, but I could see folks maybe wanting a triangle to keep their dice in, but gosh, we have a ton of storage solutions for dice.
I love all these dice trays I have. If only I had one that was a triangle.
Alrighty. Flamecraft.
That's a lot of money.
Flamecraft is doing well because it has tiny, chibi dragons in it.
Oh,
I think it's a lot more than that.
Yeah, no,
no, that's it. Okay.
The art of this game looks phenomenal. So this is from Cardboard Alchemy. Peter Vaughn, who's in charge of the production of this, spearheaded Dwellings of Eldervale.
Yes.
So you know the production is going to be good. But we're excited about this. Now, we do need to point out somewhere on this page.
Towards the bottom, I think.
It shows the Spice Tower, which is a
Yeah.
fantastic picture that they drew for us, and that's very nice.
Right. I am terribly excited about this project. I think this looks... there's nothing about this that's not appealing to me.
I really agree with you here. And it doesn't look like that big of a game. Yes, there's a lot of stuff all over this page. The page is long. But if you look at the box and everything in it, it's not a huge game.
No.
I said Dwellings of Eldervale, which is a huge game.
Right.
There's the picture. That's just a nice picture.
It's a great picture.
That's you!
Yep.
Selling spice to cute dragons. So what kind of game is this?
I'll tell you what. I'm okay with the Spice Tower because if you remember we went to Philly, we went to that market, the Reading Market.
Yeah.
And in there's a spice store that's full of these big jars of spices, and I could have spent a long time in there.
You
I
did
love
spend a long
spices.
time in there, didn't you?
Shut up, no one knows. Yeah, I really like spice, so it works out doubly for me. But
Tell me about this kind. What kind of game is it? Are you excited about the kind of game it is?
go ahead, Mike knows more
Mike,
about it
tell
than I
me.
do.
You've played this.
No, I have not, and I have not
Make it
read the
up.
rules. I'm kind of going on
The way it looks.
Well, no, and also the pedigree of the people involved, right?
The pedigree of people involved is a big deal.
It is a big deal. It looks like it's going to be a resource. It looks like it's going to be a resource conversion type of a game, right? Where you're getting different resources to try to fulfill contracts on cards. That's at least the vibe I'm getting from it.
But it's worker placement, which I like.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, the different cards are going to be the different locations that are going to trigger different abilities. And I'm not. Look, I will say this. I don't get the vibe that this is going to be the most innovative game in the world. I don't feel like
care.
this is. Yeah, no. This game just appeals to me, and
It's pretty.
This
the
is in
look
my-
is a huge thing.
This is some of my favorite artwork I've ever seen in the game.
I agree.
Like
I
ever.
agree.
Sure.
Like I could easily see this. If you said make your top 10 games of art, this is not out yet.
Right.
If it was, this would probably be on that list. That's
Yeah.
how much I love this style.
Right.
It has it's more pronounced than Ghibli. It's a little close to that. It's almost like a really nice comic book. Oh, I just really like it.
Yeah,
I feel like I want to go to that world.
Right. Like the word may be may be overused.
See ya!
But to me, this game is the epitome of charming. Like I'm actually charmed by
The
this
word
game.
epitome is overused?
No, charming.
Oh, I got it.
I think this game is
You use that word
absolutely
a lot.
charming. Yeah.
It's very charming, that's for sure. You know what it actually makes me think of, or I don't know if it gameplay wise, but some of those cards especially.
Yeah.
This looks a little bit like Ex Libris.
A little bit, sure. Yeah, with the sideways tarot-sized cards.
Yeah, the tiles in that game. They're kind of tiles and sort of
Right.
Who's the designer
text and all
there?
that.
There's a
Manny Vega, I think, is the designer of this.
Well, what's this Sandra Tanger? Is that the
That's
artist?
the art. It's interesting they've got the artist up there first.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, well, Sandra Tang, your art is amazing.
Sandara, yeah, fantastic art, incredible art. And I believe
It's also 60 minutes.
I could be
2.5.
wrong, but I believe that this artist had already kind of created these dragons, and I believe that that's kind of where some of the theme came from. It's like, oh, we really love
get
these dragons.
that,
How
yeah.
can we? I think that was something Peter did. I could be wrong there.
I have very little doubt about this game, except for the gameplay. That's the thing. I
Yeah.
know that's a weird way for me to phrase that.
Not at all. I get what you're
But what
saying.
I'm saying is, it all looks good. And the only thing I'm not like, yeah, for is the actual game. because I just don't know.
Sure.
Everything
I
else
know,
looks
I like-
amazing. You know?
I do think, though, that this is one of those games where if you really are interested in finding out, I think the rules, or at least a draft of the rules out there. I think Tabletop Simulator's out there.
Yeah, and that's gonna have to be it for me because I think it looks amazing, but I gotta look deeper.
Yeah, sure, of course.
I need to watch all the videos. I gotta read the rules myself because
This is really cool.
yes, they keep putting the designer, the artist's name above the designer, and they keep telling me about how they're gonna sell me a plushie that's a bred dragon. Great, the game. You know what I mean?
All right, leave off, and I think the game looks good.
it's there,
I don't
too.
even-
Now, Tom.
There's nothing that's giving you an indication the game is bad, so
Right.
assume
That's
it's
true.
good.
That's true. No, of course not. Otherwise, I'd back every game if I assumed they were all good.
Yeah.
No, I would stop you. I'd come up. We'd tackle you. There would be
You would not
backing,
stop me, okay?
If you were backing every
You try
Kickstarter
to
game,
tackle me, okay? See what happens.
it's a hug.
No, you know you're lying now. You don't like hugs. What happened? Are we done?
Oh, what do we got? What's happening here?
I was trying to zoom in for you guys.
Ooh. Oh, there we go.
Pioneer Dice, the world's first Mars-themed dice. So here's this is my favorite part of this. You got to point this out. So these are dice for Mars, and they're showing them where it's great. They show them down here in their natural habitat. Or did they take it off? Because it was definitely on the page when I looked at it. Yeah, right there. On Terraforming Mars. Which we all know is in the top 10 dice games. You know how many
man.
dice are in Terraforming Mars?
0.
Zero!
That's right. Although if they
showing
were,
this as-
they would look like this.
It's just a weird thing. There's other Mars games out there.
There
I'm sure
are.
there's one that uses dice somewhere.
Yeah, like Mission Red Planet. Look at all the dice in that game.
No, there
No
aren't
dice.
really
No
that
dice.
many Martian dice
There aren't,
games.
actually.
I just thought it was weird that they stuck it in
Well,
front of
there is a game
Terraforming
called
Mars.
Martian Dice, I think.
Is
has
there a
normal six-sided
crossover
dice,
between
I
people
think.
who will buy these and people who play Terraforming Mars? It's such a weird. Anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's to me. This is like, hey, we're gonna call these dice by sticking numbers on them.
These are cool, but recently we looked at the Pagoda
That's
dice.
if you're gonna do something like that. That to me is the pinnacle, right?
That was really awesome, right? In fact, a listener sent that in to us. We have it right by the door when you walk in
awesome.
Dice Tower Studios. It's really cool. But it's there because it looks cool. It's
Right.
not,
And it's
we're not
all-
using it in dice.
They all work together.
Yes.
It's like they become a pagoda, kind of like a Voltron type
Right.
thing. And then you can take off layers, and each one is a different die.
Sure,
Which
but
is
we
super
don't.
smart.
It's more of a cool looking
But you
thing.
could, and
Yeah.
it's a gorgeous sort of collection of dice. They make sense together.
Right.
This is too
These
much
are
gold.
Yeah.
just a bunch of weird dice, sort of sci-fi-ish looking, except for the one that is a die. They were like, oh yeah, that one is a ball of energy
That's
or
right.
something.
Yeah,
I do like the container. I do like that it's Mars and you open it and you're like, woo!
I'm not
It's-
loving
this
these,
is
Tom.
not-
I like the other ones we saw,
I'm not-
but these are so weird.
I'm not feeling this.
Yeah, well, all right.
Like the UFO one. I mean, the spinning ones are kind of weird. You know?
Yeah. They did have that on the Pagoda one too.
They
though.
do.
Yeah.
It's a common thing if you want to do like a flat die.
Right.
It's just kind of a strange
It is a
thing.
little odd.
Spin it like a top and see kind of
See
where
where
it
it
rests
lands.
when
That's the
it's
thing. It's
done.
a little loosey goosey.
Yeah.
This next game does something different before. It takes the name Indiana Jones and changes it. I've never seen that.
Tennessee James.
My word, come on.
Yeah, you got to do a little bit better than that.
I've seen
right?
I've seen this character in games before
Yeah.
where they'll be like Nebraska, whatever. You're
It's
like,
Montana Mark.
like we got it.
Yeah.
Montana Marcus, James's cousin here.
That's
I like
right.
that. I will say the artwork is fantastic in this game.
It really
It is-
is. I'm
it
just
is
yelling
neat.
about the names.
Yeah, it's a good look. Yeah, although it's
And I also like the guy in the front and the back.
Colonel
Yeah,
Kentucky
yeah.
and the cursed Colonel. Yeah, the Kentucky Colonel. Get it there, Tom?
Yeah,
you
you
get
don't
it?
need to spell it out.
Kentucky Colonel, Tom. KFC.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, I don't know. This
It looks super light.
It does,
Yeah.
and it just is not terribly appealing to me. But I can understand why some people might be attracted to it.
I liked everything. I was watching the video and I was like, okay, I'm enjoying the look. I'm enjoying what they're saying. And then they got to the board. And
Yeah.
they have the standees, and they're like,
Right.
"You move around and find treasure,
Right.
Or curses, pit traps."
That's right. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so that's
It's
there. Like,
Munchkin-esque.
the game isn't really there. This is a funny theme, and I
Sure.
think the game's going to be really light and random.
It has
agree.
Munchkin, like you turn on a tile, you see what it is, you get a reward, but if it's a trap, other people can then play stuff to make it harder for
worse.
you.
It's Munchkin, right?
And then you can fight on someone to steal there and just got to get out alive.
Yeah.
It says you can leave whenever you want. So there is. I would try this with kids probably.
I would not.
And then that way when we're done, I'd be like,
let me show you a
Let
game.
us never
Let's
speak
go watch
of,
Indiana
let
Jones.
us never speak of Tennessee Teddy again. What's his name?
alrighty. That's it for all the game projects today, mostly. We're going to take a look at some non-gaming stuff. Now, I didn't have time to put together the straw poll today, so there's no people's choice for today, but we'll get to our choices. But first, we have Mark.
Montana Mark.
Montana Mark. He's Colorado Mark, actually.
Not today's.
Not today. Today's Montana Mark.
That's right.
So Montana Mark, and then we'll come back and take a look at some non-gaming stuff, and then we'll tell you our picks of the week. Let's do it.
Hey folks, welcome back to our Dice Tower preview recap. I'm Mark, and today we're going to be using turrets to battle against our enemies. And then we're visiting the Serengeti, trying to film the best documentary. All right, let's get to it. And first up, we have Siege Command, where you're using units to cross the battlefield, cross different lanes, trying to convert the turrets along the way to fight for your side. Really, your ultimate goal here is to get across the battle lanes and take out your opponent's wall. 30 points of damage. You have all kinds of different actions you can perform based on the type of unit you're using, and all kinds of magic spells to explore. And as you move across the different lanes and battle it out, well then, the game really has this bit of a real tug of war, back and forth kind of feel as you try to vie for position and convert all turrets for your use and damage your opponent's wall. And next up we have the Wild Serengeti. Now, this is a game where you're taking on the role of a filmmaker. You're making a documentary about the animals on the Serengeti. So you have scene cards where you have to set up different configurations or different shots for your film. You have to put animals in a straight line, they have to be in certain types of terrain, or they have to be adjacent to each other, things like that. So you have to be very mindful of the different locations on the board and so forth. You have actions to move more animals out, as well as manipulating them once they get out on the main board. The scenes are going to give you rewards as well. So lots of interesting puzzly actions to be had in this one. All right, so for my pick of the week, I have to give it up for Wild Serengeti. This game is fantastic. You have the animeeples and everything is just beautiful about this game. I love the theme as well. You're creating a documentary film. Really well done. And truly, you have that full-on just puzzly nature where you're just trying to figure out how to manipulate the animals and place them properly for your film. Fantastic. All right, folks, if any of these games look like they might be of interest to you, please go check out our full previews. And if you want your game featured as a Dice Tower preview, please shoot me an email. All right, folks, until next time, we'll see you at the table.
Sure. That cheetah doesn't stand a chance against Montana Mark.
That's not a cheetah.
That's not a cheetah.
How can you tell?
Because of the spots.
So, like, how do you know the difference between a cheetah and a leopard?
Because of the spots.
Okay, that's like me saying, why is this? And I just said, because.
Tom, I refuse to be
he
trapped in my
explained
ignorance.
it.
I don't know. Actually,
Because
it could
of-
be.
Oh, I thought you knew something!
No. That
The
could be
spots are different.
I know
think they
they're
are
different,
different.
but
I
I
just
was
don't know which one
asking
is
him what he
which.
meant.
I thought that was a cheetah, but it could have been a leopard too. I don't know.
It's not a tuba.
It's not a tuba. That Wild Serengeti game, I know we'll be looking at it here soon. I'm intrigued.
All right, well, let's take a look at some projects. Remember, folks, you can send me weird and unusual projects that you find at tom@dicetower.com.
Ooh.
Troll Bowl.
I actually like this. Also, I like saying, here's the troll bowl.
That's right.
Troll Bowl.
That's right.
This is interesting because it looks like you would have at your house and you wouldn't even know there was trolls on it. unless you
No, it's
look.
like a cute thing to just leave out, and people will look at it and go, "Oh, what are these little things?"
So-
Here's the funny thing: look at how many projects this person has done.
Yeah, 55. So here's
and
what
there's a bunch of cups, prints, a lot of artwork. They look great. Like
Yeah,
this person is
it
just
does.
an artist who makes these
I'm
kinds of
thinking
projects.
about backing this for the studio because I could see us having that on the counter with full of not
Here's-
apples,
Well,
but
I would
what?
like to.
cookies.
fattening candy.
I would like to buy
apples.
one of these and take it to the Antiques Roadshow filming. Tell them that this was something that was found in my basement, my
They would know.
grandfather's
They
basement.
would know.
where kind of like make it look a little worn.
Right.
I do like the artwork. It's
Yeah,
great artwork.
this is cute. This is very cute.
I didn't look how much a bowl was. Oh.
Hello, I hate it. I'm out. That bowl better be filled with money. No.
Oh.
I think we are being trolled right now. now.
I can go to Target and get a bowl for $4.
No. 75.
custom, though.
Actually, it's porcelain too.
It is porcelain.
There's
yeah.
no way we're putting a porcelain bowl of dice now. You know someone's going to drop it.
You know what else is porcelain? Your toilet. I'm also not paying $75 for my toilet.
What?
If you're not paying at least $75 for your toilet,
$27.
you should be very mindful. Because it'll break and mess you up.
All right.
What's next? Paw-lymorph.
Paw. See,
This is selling really well.
because it's
It's
for
a con
dogs.
toy for nerds.
This does feel like you're at a con.
Yeah.
No, Kong toy.
No, but it looks
Yeah.
You're at a con, you're like
Yeah.
looking to buy something to take home, and you're like, oh yeah, there we go, for the dog.
Something for the dog, sure. Because
And
the
then-
dog is, when you get home, the dog is going to be like, where have you been?
That's right.
At a convention. What did you bring me? Oh, something to chew on.
Right. So here you go. So you give your dog this toy that's shaped like a die.
Yeah, and it
and
goes.
then you're shocked
Oh,
when
no,
you
die.
find your dog eating your actual dice.
That doesn't
You're
happen.
training the dog to eat your game components.
That's
No.
true, Tom. No, that's true.
That's right.
Why a D20? What makes it special?
It's got 20 sides.
It's a functioning D20. I'm like, guys,
Functional D20.
Come here.
Here.
Ouchie.
Spit it out. Spit it out. You got slobber all over your
the board.
face. The horror.
Or worse, you roll it on the table. The dog's like, jumps on and grabs it. Components fly everywhere.
Invite your friends over to roll some dice.
Yeah, you don't need to use this, okay? It's the dog's
But
or
I'm
it's
bad.
yours.
We had this great idea for a game of tumbling dice. I hate to tell you what happened at the
You
end.
know
of
what? I jest, but I could. This is the kind of thing I would buy for a geek
Sure.
who had a dog, and I didn't know what else to get him for Christmas. This is it. Wouldn't back it though. This for me is that kind of pickup thing when
This
I'm
is
at
an
the store
impulse
going,
buy. This is 100%
yes.
an impulse buy.
Yeah, for
You have to
sure.
see this somewhere and you go, oh, it's like a Kong thing, but it's a die. I'm getting it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't go through the trouble of backing something like this. I'm sorry.
No.
Maybe that's a weird, psychological thing, but you don't.
Also, can I say I'm sorry? I absolutely hate the name.
Paw-lymorph?
It's like at some point you.
Then why do you allow all these stupid cat names? And every time I get irritated by them,
I hate most of the cat names too. If this was a cat toy, with this name, I would hate it too.
I don't
okay.
think so.
No, I hate it.
Please send me projects of bad cat.
There've been some, and I've complained about them. I mean,
right.
I think.
What about that one that the lady makes a cat? You loved that.
I still haven't slept.
That's such a creepy one.
Yeah.
EyeDear Eye Massager.
Yeah.
Both smart eye care. So,
Hi, I play a doctor on a Kickstarter.
so this looks
That
like
is fashionable.
This looks like somebody. This actually looks like a bad future B movie.
I would back this if I was filming a low-budget sci-fi movie. I would back this because this is cheaper than getting my props department to make it.
Right.
Probably.
That woman is ready to take on the world. Look at that.
Ready.
Look at that.
Look
Wow.
at this guy.
Look at
that.
Mike, this one really bothers me because that guy is drinking out of that cup with the spoon still in it.
Yeah, what is he?
But fortunately, that eyewear will protect that spoon from going in the eye. If only.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Yeah. This is.
Take the spoon out, you creep. That's why the cup, the plate's underneath the cup.
Yeah. So is there
Motion
really that much of a
sickness over
By the way,
here.
this is good camera work though. As I zoom by this guy, I'm very impressed with that.
That's good stuff, I suppose. But are
Okay, so what this is like a heat pad. I don't know if it works or not. Maybe it does.
Maybe it's amazing. I
are
mean,
eye massages a big thing? Is it like, can you go to the
never
mall and
heard
get
of
your
it.
eyes massaged? Is this
no.
something that?
I think you need to keep your eyes out, your hands and fingers out of my eyes.
Correct.
And they don't mean an eye massage. It's like around the eye, which is why when I read the
Correct.
title, I was
It's like a cheekbone,
say
right?
what?
It's your upper cheekbone.
So it hits you with some red light that's supposed to be good for something, and a little warmth, which is good for something else.
Sure.
And that's it. That's not. It's. I don't know. This might be amazing.
Maybe.
Yeah, but this also feels like something that if I needed something like this, I would go and sit down and kind of chill while it was happening. But they're like, no, on the go.
That's right.
Like, I don't have time to stop playing this video game. Your eyes hurt. Maybe you should rest from watching video games.
No.
I got a solution.
Wink.
The glasses.
Yeah.
Now, who could stop me from playing video games?
Yeah. What is the price on these?
I'm in like Flynn.
$999. Oh, it's Hong Kong.
$129.
Okay, it's still outrageous.
I will wait to find it at Ross for $29.
Wait, when's it shipping? Oh, I could get it right now.
If I can't buy these for less than the price of
You're
a
getting
toilet,
this for
I'm
Christmas.
not interested.
You're getting this for Christmas. By the way, if anyone sends me any weird gifts for these guys for Christmas, I will have them open them on camera.
Left
That's right,
button
open that
controls the on and off of the red
boy.
light and EMF intensity.
The next project we're buying, because this is
This is the best. Have you ever felt like getting yourself some 3D printed sandals? How about if they're really heavy sandals?
I love everything about this project. From concept
So good.
to design
This is so good.
to reality. This is fantastic.
Have you ever done a metal detector ever?
No, I've always been intrigued
I've wanted
by
to do it, right?
See, I've wanted to do it for a long time. I would love to have a trip to the beach where I don't go to the beach. I do this kind of thing.
See, look, if I like this project, it's like, how many times have you wanted people to think you're under house arrest, but you're not?
They see you outside wearing what looks like one of those ankle monitors, digging into the dirt. My man just killed someone else.
Police are called. Oh. Also, you're walking really slowly.
I know you're like slowly taking steps, digging, just looking through the
Well,
dirt.
the battery lasts for 22 hours.
That's right.
So,
You're stepping. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing about this.
is that
makes
like?
him-
Would you feel comfortable with double A's in your shoe?
Tom, I would not feel comfortable with anything to do with this project.
Why not? Sure, that's
They aren't
fine.
mentioning here about the comfort of these. These don't look comfortable.
They look
at
3D
all.
printed.
If they were rechargeable batteries, I'd be a little more concerned. I'd be like, are these the Samsung batteries? Because I'm about to get a foot blown off.
Try walking onto a plane with with these. Is all I'm saying.
And they're going up.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
I had no other shoes. I'm sorry.
I was in a hurry. They were by the door.
Oh my word! All right, last
These
project.
are amazing, and I love that they always, in all the pictures, they look as 3D printed as they possibly can.
They do, yeah. When comfort is the least
Did
of
you
your
walk in your
concerns.
shoes?
There you go.
I think
this,
I
man.
think there's one on the side of your shoes though. At least you can wear any shoe you want.
I know that one looks a little bit better, but I love this so much. I think it's amazing.
This is fantastic.
Cake
Oh.
and confetti to clown college varsity jacket. So many people sent this. Actually, I got this sent to me by I think 3 different people.
Really?
They all said, "This is hideous." And then I looked at it and I thought,
I'm in.
I'd wear that.
I figured you would say that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't.
Somebody's buying it. It was fully funded in 24 hours, Tom.
Well, 80. Well, how much is it? It must be expensive.
You can't
It's
be cheap, right?
It's like $95.
95.
Which is not.
Wow.
Well, no. A good jacket coat like that's going to go.
What I want to
said
know
a good
is,
jacket,
look,
okay.
here's the thing. I got to think that all the clowns out there that actually graduated from clown college don't appreciate this project.
Right.
Now you got a bunch of people out here. I've never been to clown college. All I need is $75 and a dream, and I'm wearing this
To
jacket.
be fair, it only costs $60 to actually go to clown college. So the jacket is more expensive than just actually going. And you get a jacket when you
That's correct.
graduate. So
You are a clownist.
Yeah.
I'm being mean to clowns,
You
but
are.
clown
That's
has got it. Okay.
Look,
I like this, and I would wear it.
You know what I need right now, guys?
And I'm
the
a
bottom of my
massage.
eyes. I feel very tired right here. I feel the bags coming in.
I would not feel comfortable wearing the honk jacket if I'd not earned it, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want to earn my honk.
Yeah. Somebody's going to kick you with a giant floppy shoe for taking their stuff.
I should have probably did this one last. This is the worst project, but all right.
Yeah, that's terrible.
But you can wear this with the clown jacket, and possibly people won't notice your shoes then. Could you see James Bond?
No, if you wanted to, you put on the glasses,
Yeah.
and then people won't notice the jacket. They'll be like, "What's on your face?"
Don't worry
Wait, so
about the jacket.
so
Let
you
me
put
look
the
at my
glasses,
shoes.
the jacket, and the shoes. You probably get away with it because they're too distracted.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Also, you're from the future. This is your entire outfit for your low budget movie.
That's true. I could wear all. This is the villain. The villain has all 3 of these things. You know what I mean? And they're out there searching for the humans.
Are these
my
metal
gosh.
detector sandals waterproof too? This is another question that begs
It's
to be
plastic,
answered.
so yeah, sure.
All right, Z, what's your project of the week? We'll let you go first because you don't know.
I think, I mean, there's some really heavy hitters in there, but I'm going to pick the cute little micro game I liked.
Oh, the Dustbusters.
Dust bunnies.
Dustbusters or Dustbiters.
Dustbiters, definitely not Dustbusters.
Dustbiters, yeah. Yeah, I like it. I want to check this out. It's again, like I said, I think it's a little expensive.
Yeah.
For 21 cards.
Yeah.
But I.
Sorry, I turned on the video and I don't know where it is on the page
in the
now.
middle somewhere. There.
Stop
There you go.
This made me think of those wallet games, actually.
Yeah, for sure. The Button Shy.
Button Shy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is cool. I want to try it out.
All right.
Yeah, I would play this one for sure.
Mike, what's yours?
I don't think I did very well at creating any kind of intrigue. This is by far, and there's some Cody, the Zaya designer. That's a nice looking game, no doubt about it. But this is my pick of the week and of 2 weeks. And I'm also excited about the Excavation Earth, Tom. But this is a slam dunk for me. This game looks amazing. Can't wait to try this out. Tom?
Same thing?
I'm thinking, man.
The Sandals.
I'm sorry if I took the one you wanted.
No, was this or the other one?
The weird clown jacket.
Dog toys?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this too, Roy. This is really good.
It looks so good.
And the other one, what was the other one called? We'll look at the other one in a second because that's really close.
The Arydia one, the Zaya designer, Roy's pick of the week.
That's Roy's. That's what Roy would pick.
Definitely.
But I mean, it's also, I really want to play that one, and I may end up liking that one better. I just got to find wherever it is now.
No, I think it's after those things. Not that. Maybe, nope.
There it is.
There, right there.
Yeah, this is really good. Can I give it to 2? Am I allowed to do that?
No, I already asked you if I could. You said no.
Long page.
This is Roy's pick of the week, for sure.
I'm gonna barf.
Sure.
Here, put the People's Choice up.
Roy is
I do think that those two would be battling it out. If we did the poll, I think it would be this and Flamecraft. That would be the top 2.
They're both making about as much money.
Yeah.
They're both extremely popular this week. That's what's happening.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a reason. I mean, sometimes there's a big game that I'm not always about the big games, but man, so they attract me for different reasons. This one's big, gorgeous, has that open world universe, what have you, and then the Flamecraft because this looks like it could be one of my favorite games.
I'm with you.
Here's a funny thing about this. I'm looking at the numbers back and forth. They've made about as much money. They've both got about 13, 14 days to go. The other one has twice as many backers.
Because of the cost, sure. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is.
You know?
Yeah, because the deluxe version of that one is under $100.
Right, and this is a big, gigantic thing. But no, that's a couple of great heavy hitters there.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you get the tiny little 21-card game.
That too. Yeah, it's nice.
And, just a little something.
Hitting both ends of the spectrum.
Many ends of the spectrum.
Let's do one last shout out here.
Shout out!
The shout out is to Mr. Joe the Great.
Mr. Joe the Great.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that's from. Someone else. It's a gift. So Mr. Joe the Great, thank you.
Thank you.
We're back at our Kickstarter. Hey, folks.
Joe's great.
Lots of stuff coming your way. We got more reviews coming up this week. We'll be back for live board game breakfast tomorrow at 10 a.m. and then 10 a.m. on Friday. The Masters of the Universe Clash for Eternia. Live
I have the power!
We have the game right on screen, but you can't see it yet. You got to wait till then.
I can see it. Am I allowed to look?
Who's playing He-Man? It's obvious. We'll see you next time. Until then, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Mike DeLisio.
Have fun walking on the beach.